Well, Bruce, we talked about a lot of legends we would have loved to see in the RKO. One of them that does get it here is Sergeant Slaughter on an episode of Raw. Sarge takes an RKO. It was always Slaughter being brought back to lose to someone on their way up in this era. Was it just because he was in the best shape of all the agents?
It's because he deserved it the most, by God. It just, no, I think that Sarge was a mega star. Sarge was a huge legend, not just in the WWE and the wrestling genre, if you will, but Sarge was G.I. Joe, for God's sakes. So what better than beat Sergeant Slaughter in WWE? You RKO G.I. Joe. Put his ass through the mat. That's a beautiful thing.
Doesn't get much more heel than that. By the way, I just saw that Sarge just re-up with Hasbro again. So there you go.
Good for him.
Are you G.I. Joe lovers? So that's very cool. Quick shout out to Sergeant Slaughter. Well, Mick Foley returns to the WWE in December and counts the pin in a 6-man tag match on Orton, with RVD hitting the 5-star frog splash. Foley looks in better shape, and you can see that the grooming of Mick and Orton together is taking place. Is the thought already here that maybe a singles match at the Rumble or WrestleMania was in the works, or was the plan to always for Rock and Sock against Evolution at Mania 20?
Well, the plan was always to get to Rock and Sock, so that always was the plan. But Mick Foley in shape?
What does that even look like?
Yeah, you tell me.
Bruce, Orton wins the Intercontinental title from Rob Van Dam at Armageddon on the same night Flair and Batista win the tag team titles, and Hunter wins the world title, giving Evolution all the belts, all the major title belts. It's always been said.
I know.
They all have their pants. As soon as I said it, I knew it was coming.
Oh,
thanks, Miz. It's always been said Vince doesn't like to use anyone's ideas from outside of the company, but this just screams Horseman, does it not?
No,
not at all.
No.
Okay.
That was a Horseman.
No, don't do this. Don't do it. That's blasphemy. That's wrestling blasphemy. Come on.
Please. In Georgia. Again, if you don't come from that small little section in the South, a lot of people had no idea what the hell a Horseman
is. That's not true. I got them up here outside of Philadelphia, Northeast.
Oh, please. Philadelphia is not the Northeast. That's
Baltimore, what is it? Mid-Atlantic, Baltimore, Philadelphia. They consider that Northeast.
Yeah, California had no idea. Texas had no idea. Chicago had no idea.
Chicago, UIC Pavilion, they wrestled there.
Memphis had no idea.
Great Western Forum.
Memphis had no idea. No.
Regardless, they had all the belts. The next night on Raw, Foley versus Orton is scheduled as the main event. If Foley wins, Bischoff is fired, and if he loses, he's fired. Well, Foley just rolls out of the ring and walks away from the ring and is counted out and is fired. This is one of those angles that doesn't end the show on a high note, but it's a major creative play. Did you think this was going to work?
Well, we definitely hoped it would. I mean, goddamn. It was like, well, you wasted all this television time and invested all this television time. Did you really think it'd work? No, I thought it was going to be the drizzling shits, and it would never work. That's why we wasted all that television time on it. Sure, yeah, we did it because we thought it was going to suck.